Dynamic floors can improve your advertising business by about 15 to 25%. Now, how does it work? If I put this bottle on auction at about 100 euros, there's a very high chance that nobody will bid on it and that I will have it unsold. Now, if I put the bottle of water at 1 cent on auction, I will risk the opposite. That many people will bid, but I will have maybe 10 cents as a final price for it. And that's exactly how floors work on programmatic advertising. You want to set them at the right level so that you maximize your fill rate and maximize your value so that you improve your overall profitability. So how does it work? Let's leave the bottle for now. The first thing that our dynamic floor engine do is measure the fill rate of your inventory. If you have an ad slot that's filled at about 80% and another one that's filled at 50%, well, it's not exactly the same level that you want to apply to floors. The second thing that we'll do is that we'll exclude any non-relevant demand or placement. For example, we can exclude exclusive demand where there is no need to have specific dynamic programmatic floors. And we will also exclude auto-promotion ads that don't need floors, obviously. All right, and of course, the third thing that we look at is the blaze floors of the publisher. Oftentimes, it's done manually by their own technical teams, and we don't want to touch on that. And so when we apply dynamic floors, we make sure that we don't go lower those base floors that we need to respect. Based on those informations, we will compute every day a specific multiplier, for example, times 1.2. This multiplier is dynamic, depending on the ad slots, on the browsers, on many other metrics that we can monitor on a website. And the last thing that we do is we put in place safeguards. These are maximum multipliers that we don't want to go above or under. For example, a publisher can tell us, okay, I don't want to have it more than 2 times the base floor, or I don't want to have it less than 0.5 the base floor. Now, I've previously said that we don't go lower than the publisher's base floors, and that's what we do, unless the publisher agrees that we can go lower, and in this case, we can set a minimum multiplier together. And these floors act a little bit like a dam. Let me explain. Let's say a publisher have 2 ad slots on their web page. One of them is really well filled, and we can apply a strong multiplier on this. And another one is not filled so much. The idea of dynamic floors is to maximize the demand on this slot so that the remaining bidders that want to bid lower or that need to bid lower will automatically go ahead and gather within the other placement, enhancing the demand on this one. So as you can see here, it's not only about one specific ad slot, but those are interconnected together and demand will adapt depending on what happens on floors. All right, let's talk about the results. Well, it varies a lot depending on publishers, on their websites, on their inventory, on the demand. But overall, what we can see is once we put dynamic floors in place, there's a trend where the profitability grows slowly but surely, and that in the end yields about 15 to 25% incremental yield for the publisher. So in 2024, if you want to reach your business goals, we strongly advise at least to experiment those techniques. They have proven to be really worth it for the publishers who implemented them, and I hope to talk to you soon about other optimization techniques in another video.